everyone, welcome on Sanju Uchiha here. So it's another week, another rumbling. Welcome back to the channel. Of course, today we'll be tackling the latest episode of Attack on Titan, the natural order of things, reacting and giving my thoughts slash breakdown on the episode. Again, we're nearing down to the what seems to be the end of this season because again, through the grapevine, I continue to hear it's only going to be 12 episodes, which like the rough part about that is that I'm gonna find it hard to wait like what, another year maybe for a movie, maybe not confirmed there, or like Attack on Titan season 4 part 3, who knows. More than anything else, I kind of feel it for anime onlys. Like I was just expecting to get the entirety of the remainder of this story in this part of the season, so that's the thing. But anyway, I hope you guys are having an awesome day, noon, or night, whenever you're listening to this. Leave a like and let me know your thoughts on the season so far and this episode, of course. Let's get into it. Alright, here we go, gentle people. Ooh, interesting transition there. Trust District. Stop, well, calm down. did no one like listen to what Eren said? Did they just like hear and say, oh, no, I understand what you're saying, dog, honestly. Like I'm pretty sure Eren was pretty clear what I can acknowledge that like just getting this weird daydream quote unquote out of nowhere in the middle of the day is odd. But come on. I'm sure they understand, well, probably not English, but Eldian. So I just find it funny. Shinzo Sasakayo. Ah. I mean, people have been waiting a long time for Annie to come back, so yo. But Hitch has learned a few tricks. Have to admit, Annie kinda has her corner there. Wouldn't want to risk it. Transforming it in this space would not just kill her, but like everybody else outside there. Still have the problem though. Let me get this episode downloaded. Watching it by the browser now work out for me. I'm not gonna lie, it's nice seeing Annie in the Mappa style, like, you know, finally out of the crystal and thing. Yo, the Colossal Titans, them looking clean. And it's nice to finally get Annie's perspective on things. Because Berthold Reiner is one thing, but
エルディア人の血を持つ男。私と似たような理由で収容所に入れられたらしい。男の目的は私をマーレの戦士に鍛え上げて自分の生活を豊かにすることだった。私は物心つく前から男の生まれた国の格闘術を叩き込まれた。男にとって私は戦士になれるかどうかの価値しかなかった。時が経って私は男が望んだように強くなり、そうなるまでに痛めつけられた分を時が経って私は男が望んだように強くなり、そうなるまでに痛めつけられた分を男に返した。二度とまともに歩けない体にしてやった。けど男は喜んだ。これなら武器がなくても敵を殺せるって。何の話が始まったの？4年間あんたの話を一方的に聞いたんだから、少しくらい私の話をしたっていいでしょ。だから私はどうなってもよかった。どこの国の何人が死のうが生きようが、自分を含めて命というものに価値があると思えなかった。あの時までは。島へ向かわさ、男は膝をついて私に謝った。教えたことは全て間違っていたと。そして泣きながら懇願した。
Yeah, just to look for and it feels like dog. Listen, I'm not really busy this.
名誉マーレ人の称号も全て捨てていいから帰ってきてくれと。ついにこの日、
So this is the rough part now.
島の悪魔が乗り込んでくる日が来たんだね。そんなガビは
Convincing the Marleyan soldiers that that the Roblin has activated. This is the rough part. I like how Shadis look out for the youths them still. Yo, Armin just tired, brother. Like, yo, that's amazing that there's so many moving parts. It's crazy, huh? The girl that killed your daughter and we're just, you've forgiven her and, you know, moved on, you know what I mean? Flock being flock as usual. They censored that a bit compared to the manga. The manga, you could actually see like his jaw like shot off. Ah, episode ending already. Yo, just the song, the instrumental version of Akuma no Ko. Just playing over this dog. I just make it so much more emotional.
ちらには何の武器もありません。え、あっちに誰かいる？ご安心ください。あれは人畜無害の種
And
族
of
の
course, Levi is still alive. Alright, so that was episode 82 of Attack on Titan. To be honest, coming out of this episode and last episode, I can honestly probably see persons, I wouldn't want to say complaining, but basically complaining or nitpicking that, you know, we had the amazingness of episodes, the action-packed first 3 episodes, the madness of episode 4, the time loop reveal with Eren, and, you know, the rumbling commencement slash announcement Discord broadcast by Eren in episode 5. And for the most part, considering that this part of the season again has been reported to be, it's been reported that it's going to be 12 episodes. Get an episode like this and the last episode, which feels like a much slower pace kind of deal, I could potentially see persons nitpick about it. That's what I want to say from like a general surface level standpoint. If that is the case with you, let me know in the comment section below. But outside of that, this episode, I think, well, not I think, it's another gem. I mean, we do have Annie and Hitch reuniting. Of course, Annie being out of the story for, well, 4 years in universe. Give it, well, 5 years, because yeah, there was a year between the end of season 3 and the start of the time skip, and then 4 years till, you know, the start of season 4. So yeah, she's been out of the story for a while. But finally getting her perspective on things and diving up just a bit deeper into her character and how she, just the dynamics between her, how she views life, her and her father, what she's fighting for essentially, and just positioning her for the most part to kind of give the audience an idea of how she's going to integrate back into the story going forward. I think that in itself kind of makes the episode a nice little gem, a nice little watch, especially for those Annie fans for the most part. Again, I think this episode stands on the themes that Attack on Titan has always pushed in terms of conflict, and that, I mean, persons are really fighting for what they believe in based on their upbringing, their, you know, nature versus nurture kind of deal, you know, which side of the war you were born on, and persons are willing to go to the extreme, sacrifice the moral good for their objectives. I think that's the theme that really rings home, and we see that with Annie. She said, she said it, she'd do it all over again if it meant she could actually go back to her father. So yeah, I like that theme is resonating. It kind of parallels what's happening with Eren, but I guess on a much smaller scale, to say the least. So I thought that was interesting. A nice little, you know, comparison, nuance. Yeah, give or take for the most part. Now, again, I think this episode also sets to highlight the many factors that are at play in terms of conflict when it comes on to the characters, especially based on what Armin said. Because I think as an audience member, I'm imagining from the perspective of an anime only, your main focus right now, shit, I want to see the rumbling. But you know, things that were said in previous seasons by like Pixis and Irwin, when it in regards to, you know, as long as humanity exists, conflict is going to always exist. Probably conflict will not cease to exist. Well, it would continue to exist as long as there are at least 2 humans. Is I mean, so it comes back to even what Armin was saying, where the issue of inheriting the Titans, even if the rest of the world is wiped out, that issue is still going to persist, only this time on the island itself more than likely. And I like how Armin actually points out a lot of the factors, the issues that are plaguing them right now, and I think a lot of persons may have forgotten, like the government is gone, the issue of the Titans, I mean, they still have the Yeagers to deal with, Annie's back, a bunch of stuff, honestly. And it's clear to see why Armin is honestly frustrated with everything that's going on. And Mikasa being Mikasa right now, you know, the biggest support of Eren for over these last, you know, since day one, being conflicted in terms of what to do. And of course, the uncertainty of the characters continues to be hammered home, especially with the character of John, as we see, you know, Falcon like, Yoda, you can just chillax now, and you can see the uncertainty continue to plague his, you know, his body language, how he's portrayed on screen. You know, from last episode when he was saying like, you know, the world brought it upon himself, which is true, but he positioned that statement, the dialogue in the last episode with that question in the form of a question, right? Like he was, you know, seeking confirmation, you know, support that, you know, this is the right thing to do. And I think that continues to, you know, plague or be, it continues to be showcased with his character for the most part. And even though it's showcased mainly with his character, I think the general vibe across the board is that is the case with all the characters because we're not sure what to do. I mean, Armin himself says it's Eren's a lost cause. Yo, everybody's just stressed out, completely stressed out. And of course, we have by the end there, we have Connie who's heading to his village, and we get some more into, you know, what drives Connie. We see that little flashback with his family telling him, yo, become a good soldier. That's going to play into, you know, things to come in terms of how things are going to, you know, work out with Falco. And naturally, Levi is still alive. So, I mean, they were going to kill Levi like that, right? So, yeah. All in all, I thought it was a good episode, especially when you break it down. But I could understand the potential nitpicks persons would have with things feeling a bit more slow. So, yeah. Anyway, Sanjay Uchiha, respect for coming out, guys. I'll see you in the next Attack on Titan.